anyone who knows me knows that I always talk about keeping your fire burning. One thing I can attest to and be transparent with you about is sometimes I feel like my fire that I'm trying to keep ignited, so to speak, is not as bright and as hot as it's supposed to be, or as I want it to be. And me and my friend were talking about that last week, about how it's important to make sure you're burning your fire with the right type of wood. And I came to the realization that I was trying to keep my fire burning with twigs, and it wasn't going to last as long as I wanted it to. I'm trying to get it to last overnight, and these twigs are going to be out in 20-30 minutes. So crazy analogy, but you get what I mean, right? You have to make sure you're using the right type of wood and the right amount of wood to keep your fire burning, whatever fire that is, right? And then we talked about how being consistent and being faithful to a thing that you are committed to is important, right? And I was telling them that being faithful to a thing is not about you doing it when it feels good and you doing it when you get credit. It's about doing it when you don't get the credit, and doing it when you don't feel like doing it, and just getting up and putting one foot in front of the other and keep going and keep going and keep hammering at it. And I find myself trying to give myself this mental jolt of energy to get these things done, because I have a gang of ideas and a gang of things I want to do and things I want to produce and implement, but the fire wasn't there. So I'm trying to take these breaks to figure out, where did I lose sight of a certain thing, or where or when did my fire dim? So I'm trying to figure that out. Once I figured it out, now that I've addressed that wholeheartedly and honestly, now I can figure out, okay, this is what I need to do. So you'll get twice as much done when you don't worry about the credit. So keep that in mind. And we realize and we know that the enemy, the nature, time, whatever you want to say your adversary is going to come. But you've beat it multiple times before. It can't change his form. It can't change the way he attacks you. He just hits you a little harder in different areas or things like that, but you always overcome that. So keep that in mind today. You will always overcome it because you've done it before, right? So you just have to make sure you brace yourself when you're ready to get ready to fight. So stay ready, keep the fire burning, figure out what it is that keeps you going, and apply that to everything that you're doing. All right? Y'all take care. This is your minute. This is Darrell Forte, and you have just listened to the Motivational Minute. If you like what you heard, please feel free to share it with a friend and encourage them to share as well.